Hey, Danny and Mike listeners, before we get to the episode today, I wanted to ask a favor. Our new network, the Last Podcast Network, is doing a survey which will in turn improve the content that you hear. It only takes a minute, it's all confidential, and it's just some questions about your listening habits. You can find the link in our description of this very episode. 2, 3, 4!
The world was so big, and I was so small. Your voice was always the loudest of all.
The married man himself,
Danny Tamborelli.
Did you keep Tamborelli or you're doing Detweiler?
We're the
Dettarellis now.
Danny Tamweiler.
We are, in the eyes of God and the law, we are still Daniel Tamborelli and Kaylin Detweiler.
But our friends.
Our friends will call us the Dettarellis until we die.
Okay. All right. I didn't sign anything, though.
And I didn't change your name on my phone. It's still Taylor Hamborelli.
Well, that's
Please
fine. Taylor Hamborelli is a pretty amazing.
Yeah, yeah.
I just got a sticker on my refrigerator that my new mom gave me.
Ooh.
That says...
You replaced Sally?
I got another one. I have an extra mom.
Yeah, good for you, man. That's awesome.
Sorry, man. I'm just saying.
No, I'm saying congrats.
That's good. Yeah,
I really like Carol.
Carol's the man, the woman. She's the woman.
Okay, before we go any further...
Carol's the woman.
Welcome to the Adventures of Danny and Mike. To my right, Mr. Michael C. Morona.
Shaking it up, coming first for once.
And to his right, Mr. Danny Tamborelli.
No, to his right is Muppet.
Oh, yeah, Muppet's in here,
Muppet
too.
the dog.
Muppet, the
co-host.
studio dog.
The co-parenting dog.
The St. Charles poo.
But this is not about that.
No.
Yeah.
Sorry.
This is not the dog co-parenting
Sorry,
episode.
yes.
This is the big wedding episode, Danny Tamborelli.
Oh, this is the wedding episode.
Woo!
Hey, now.
Oh.
Is it
Yeah.
a destination? Are we...
Yeah, the destination, Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, guys.
Okay, the time of day.
Time of day, late afternoon, I guess the wedding was, but the day before, people got into town to
Yeah.
have some fun, have a little rehearsal.
Some people got themselves tickets,
yeah.
making a right.
Oh yeah,
Into the
let's
intersection.
well, look, if we're gonna take this chronologically, we got to start there.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do it so day one.
You drove there, I drove there. We all drove there.
Yeah, but you drove there, and you drove there at an opportune time of day.
Friday afternoon, like an asshole.
Trying to get through the Holland Tunnel can be a nightmare if you live here. If you don't, if you're a tourist, between the hours of 2:30 and 7 p.m., stay away from Canal Street. If you have a car,
Yeah,
or if you're taking a cab, because you will pay lots of money to that cab driver
just
to
sitting
sit
there.
and smell his or her smells and enjoy, the cab life, NYC cab life. Really, just Uber it. Don't no one cares about.
Well, we went.
Fuck Uber. That's a brand we hate.
We carpooled.
Lyft it.
Me and my girlfriend Marla, and then Brendan, Catherine, and then Noosty, also known as Matthew, and Julia.
Oh, you guys had a nice little.
Did you guys? Did you guys get Danny's super minivan hookup in North Jersey?
No,
the Jounce,
I think we
the
used
Jounce special.
His work van.
Oh, a company car.
Yeah, on the clock. But he's the locations guy, knows a lot about locations, and he took us through Manhattan, which cost us an extra 2 hours.
What an asshole.
Yeah.
Well, because Waze will tell you to do that. That's a brand that I hate, but I use constantly.
Well, your choice would have been that or Staten Island, and
they're both bad.
Well, Staten would have been a lot better because we left.
You could have stopped and gone to Donino's and gotten a white pie, burn it, and maybe a more pie or a garbage pie.
Gosh, right into it.
Let's do it.
Ugh.
Let's do it.
I like that place.
You didn't stop and get any rippers, right, on the way?
No, we did stop at Wawa, though. That was one of the very important things that we had to do.
Got to stop at a Wawa.
Yeah, it's like you and every serial killer in the South Jersey, Philly area.
Oh, they all like Wawa?
I'm saying. Like,
yeah, I mean, because you don't have to talk to anybody. What better place for a serial killer to eat than a place where you
refuel and find victims?
You go to a kiosk and you type in what you want.
Yeah, you don't have to speak to anybody.
You don't have to do anything. Of course, that's where we should always be looking for
our serial killers,
nefarious people.
That and the self checkout at the Home Depot. They're the ones building.
But they got you on camera.
They're the ones building kill machines out of some kill drones out of stuff that you find at Home Depot.
Well, I bet you guys thought you were going to see a lot of kill shacks in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, didn't you? I know that people assumed that was like sort of like a podunk, Pennsyltucky.
I mean,
what did we think we would see?
I don't know. I had some people assume that it.
Well, that's
we
my
were
people.
going
First
to
of all, Podunk, like that's my small town.
I understand that.
I didn't think I thought it was great. I mean,
I knew all about the area already because I had listened to a Billy Joel song called Allentown.
Okay,
which used to be Levittown.
Okay,
let's be real about it. He didn't know shit about Allentown. He wrote that song about Levittown, and the same thing was happening in Allentown.
What do you mean, Levittown, Long Island?
Yeah. All the steel factories in Levittown.
Where the hell was there a foundry in Long Island? Okay, I didn't think so. You got me. You got me with my own medicine. Very good.
It doesn't happen a lot, but
I studied up on the geography of Lehigh County with Billy Joel and his primer entitled Allentown, and they've taken all the coal from the ground out in Bethlehem. They're killing time. So I thought, it might be it might be a slow town, but apparently. Everything that ever decayed has been turned into a bar.
Which is kind of this whole town.
Not everything had turned into a bar. I wouldn't say that.
Social Still looked awesome. Like that was
Social Still was an old bank. That's where all that railroad money. Now it's a bar.
I'm saying, like, you think about in Greenpoint, there's there's a bank that would probably become a bar.
Then they had that sweet theater that they turned into a Starbucks.
Then there was that. Oh, stop! Can I not have lemon juice with my?
Sorry.
No,
Bethlehem is really cool, man. It's got like this cool little like college towny vibe to it because of Lehigh and Moravian.
You got a river going right through it. They got bridges.
You know what that river's called?
I sure do.
What's it called?
Do you want me to tell you?
Yeah,
it's the Hudson River.
No.
He's already said it.
I did. Oh. Is it a Billy Joel song?
It's the Lehigh River.
Okay. Yeah, it is.
All right. Lehigh. Go Warriors. I don't know what they are.
No.
Okay. Now go ahead. I was very impressed by the accommodations, by the hotel / mansion, they called it, a bed and breakfast, which was awesome.
Local people would tell you that they would be terrified to stay at that place, which I didn't tell anybody.
Haunted.
That.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to just do it there. I didn't care about the ghosts.
I downloaded a ghost app at the wedding for this reason.
Oh, ghost
did you?
Yeah.
Did it work out?
It didn't. I ended up.
It always ended up right behind him.
A little inebriated.
The ghost was always directly behind him.
There was an app where it's like it's always behind you and it's always the same looking spectral image that they've downloaded.
You
from Google.
downloaded an app to see ghosts, Jeremy. Of course it's going to be like that.
We've actually come full circle because that's what we did in episode 2.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
No, I know. I remember.
Jersey.
I know, but we actually found ghosts there.
Yeah.
We
took a couple home. Yeah.
Took a couple home.
I took a couple ghosts home in the form of tasty cakes? No, I didn't. I didn't take any tasty cakes with me.
Okay, guys, let's
chronologically.
It's
well,
okay.
that was a big reason why the Wawa stop. I had to get me some butterscotch crumpets. But then you get to the wedding, and what do you know?
Crimpets.
Well, we wanted to give a little PA flavor to the wedding. You know, I couldn't have a Taylor ham station, so I
You weren't allowed to have a Taylor ham station?
No, because they said they had to call it pork roll, and I said, "Damn it, I'm not calling it pork roll."
No way. Oh, there's sorry,
Taylor
sir.
ham.
Sorry,
they said,
sir.
Sorry,
State
sir,
rules.
we can't do it.
State rules, sir. We can't.
Yeah.
And you have to sing the Phillies. You have to sing "Hail to the Phil."
Did you know Mike and Ike's and Peeps are from Pennsylvania? Because I sure as shit didn't.
Did not.
No idea.
No idea.
Peanut chews.
Yeah.
Goldenberg's peanut chews. That makes sense.
Yeah.
They're definitely that's old school.
That sounds to me like it was invented in Philadelphia or Pittsburgh, but maybe some small town. Who knows?
I don't know. I'll just know it was PA. So we're like, well, we're putting it on the PA late night local snack
going
table.
To the basket.
But what I thought that was a good. That's a good thing. That's a good late night thing.
It was a great spread, and when I came back later,
they made pretzels and beer cheese that I was so stoked for. It didn't eat a single piece.
I enjoyed
plenty for you.
Yes,
Both of us.
You did.
I went back. I think I'm not kidding 4 times.
Why didn't you tell me?
Pretzel bar.
Why didn't you tell me?
And I got both the cheese. Cheese sauce was amazing.
And the mustard.
It was like a white cheese sauce, great. Mustard was incredible.
He was still crapping those grains 5 days later, I tell you.
That's like kind of a clutch thing, though. Pretzel bar at the towards the end of the wedding, because it's like
to close.
Get you a little substance and
get a
soak
little
up that
substance
alcohol
afterwards because you did eat some food, but you've been dancing for a few hours.
Traditionally, there's like snacks served to sober you up at the end of a night.
Right. Well, that was another. I mean, that's also why
and
kielbasa do that.
Kielbasa's too.
Kielbasa would have been great. I didn't have the extra dough for that though.
Whoa! I would have purveyed.
Didn't know.
I would have purveyed.
I didn't know. You don't know what you're getting into when you get into a wedding with all the parts that happen.
Yeah.
And we were lucky because Steel Stacks, which is where we did it, is all encompassing. So like they had the chairs, they had,
like having your wedding
the bar, they had everything.
Having your wedding at Sandals.
What's that? Yeah, it's all inclusive.
Minus Jamaicans. Yeah.
But no, that's if you're getting married out there, do your best to do it at a place where you don't have to do as much stuff.
You don't
and
have to
bring
rent chairs,
outside things, because it may cost a little bit more. It may not in the grand scheme of things. I don't think, from what I saw of what weddings are costing for what we paid for 220 people all together, is way under budget.
Great location.
Amazing location. And the best part about that for me is that they are an arts Quest owns them, and it's, the money directly goes back because it's a nonprofit. It's not like,
that's
we
good.
rented out, the hotel and had,
Did you bring any of your
money.
own? Did you bring any of your own ghosts, or were all those local ghosts?
No. Most of those ghosts are local. And the ghosts were at the Sayer Mansion.
He just said most.
Yeah, well,
he said most of the ghosts are local.
Steel Stacks is the site of Bethlehem Steel, which ran production of steel for many, many years.
24 hours a day.
24 hours a day.
They kept those blast furnaces.
People died. People slipped and fell into those. Our good friend Jim Tews,
his grandpa?
His grandfather and father worked at Bethlehem Steel. And his grandfather, he told me, was asked to get a promotion to work at the top of the stacks.
He's like, nah.
And you get paid a lot more money, and it's like, but it's super dangerous. And he was like, no, fuck that. Like, because all you do is you slip.
Yeah.
There's
no safety.
No.
They had unions back then.
It wasn't like that though.
They had unions.
I'm sure they had unions, but it was still, you can't be safe about having like an 8-foot wall at the top of the stack that you can't look down and see it, that you might not slip and fall in.
I just feel like that. They had to be something. Shoestring, like
seatbelt.
I'm sure there was stuff there, but I'm saying that it's super dangerous and things happen.
And a lot of people
fell into that. So
hey,
like when we were
Jim,
looking at that place, I was
Jim,
like,
your grandpa's story is starting to fall apart under scrutiny, and we were requesting.
Jim Tews was at the wedding, and every time I saw him, I would be like, "Is your grandpa here?" And like, as your back, I think I see your grandpa over there.
What an asshole!
Like wow. Come on, there's nothing wrong with that. We're all friends here.
Yeah.
Such good friends, in fact, that he played your wedding.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
I guess we could move from the ceremony, which was beautiful.
Lovely ceremony.
Good view of the steel sacks.
We had 7 children in the party.
Mm-hmm. Modern cloning
6 of them made it down. I had the over-under for me was 5. I only thought 5 would make it.
That's pretty good.
They're from the ages of, barely 5 to, 19 months old. Mm. And the youngest and the oldest made it.
Oh, yeah. Henry was a treat, man.
Yeah, Henry
was a real treat.
Yeah.
And Liam was
both of my nephews were dressed up like newsies.
Yeah.
So they had suspenders on, and they had the floppy cap.
That was a great look.
Man, it was.
I wish one adult would have showed up looking like that, though. Just one.
Just one.
To be like, how did I get this backwards?
Man.
Yeah.
They said on the invitation it says wear what makes you happy. So I guess
that was it.
Nobody wore chaps.
I know. Surprising, right?
Well, mine was spoken for, as was Jeremy's. My outfit.
Right. Yes, big ups. Thank you to the Black Tux because good job.
Shout out to the
Black Tux,
the BLK2X.
I will say that
and Vans.
Not
shout
a
out
band.
to Vans
and shout out to Vans because all of the groomsmen got sweet kicks.
Yeah.
Black on black slip-ons, which I'm currently wearing now. I'd never worn slip-ons in my life, and I haven't taken them off because they're comfortable.
His wife asked him to take them off in the shower, and he says no.
That's true. Yeah,
gotta rinse them. I really enjoyed your vows. I feel like you who went first?
You
went first, and I feel like you knocked it out of the park so much that when Kate came on, she was like, "Oh, I got to top that."
She said that out loud.
Yeah,
she said that out loud to everybody.
Yeah, but
I'm glad that I got to go.
Then she did. Then I thought hers was great.
Yeah, hers was beautiful.
Yeah, so it was like I thought ceremony was amazing. And
right before the ceremony started, I was greeting two of my friends, and I went to go grab.
How are you?
I went to go grab my vows out of my pocket, and they weren't there.
I saw them. I saw them on the floor and didn't say anything.
Are you serious?
I saw them in the middle of
That's exactly where they were.
Here's an interesting anecdote.
Here's another POV of this.
I'm talking in the back with Mike, the DJ, and then I circle around to the round table where we're actually going to be seated later on, which was the Ocho. The table of friends.
ESPN8, the Ocho.
The table of friends.
Purpose.
The table of friends. And I see Dan. I'm sitting down, and so I'm looking through two chairs. I see Dan go, and then this thing falls out of his pocket and floats to the floor in the middle of this big ballroom.
Oh my God!
And I'm like, it's probably important. That's not my problem. I'm not the best man. I'm not the best man.
Well, I didn't know it was Val. I did see.
Of course, because he was like, I wrote he was talking about in the afternoon. I wrote my vows. I wrote them myself. I got them right here. What do I need?
Well, at least you memorized them,
Well, I didn't.
No,
I did memorize most of it. I didn't mean to memorize it. I wrote them. I wrote them out, and I started by saying that someone in the audience told me not to be a hero, so I didn't memorize them. I had them here, and that was former guest Josh Lay.
There you go. Don't be a hero.
He's also married, so smart.
He's also married, but
he
told me don't be a hero. So I did have them, but I didn't really use them. I only used them a little bit at the end.
Josh Lay also told you to use Axe body spray. I'm glad you didn't.
I didn't use Axe body spray. I didn't use any deodorant, even on my special day.
Josh was upset because he I don't know, upset's the right word.
He didn't get enough pretzels.
No, but your one photo of you guys walking out from the stage and everybody's, the classic, you just got married photo and Josh is like grabbing your arm or something. He's like, I probably shouldn't have done that on the way out.
Yeah, he did that. He definitely did. Ruined a good picture.
We can Photoshop him.
We can Photoshop his ass right now.
Oh, really?
No, it's actually very funny because it's me being like, I didn't be a hero, but I'm married. Oh, we're taking pictures. Sorry, smile. Let's walk.
He's like, hey, you did what I told you. You weren't a hero. Yeah, I wasn't a hero. But yeah, cute kids.
Yeah,
cute kitties.
The sun going down in the background.
Lights coming on.
We got married when
we got
said
married in a fever.
I do, and now pronounce you man and wife. There's an arch that's outside and the steel stacks that lit on fire.
That's what.
Did you notice that?
I didn't know it was. That was when you got married.
It had propane.
Yeah.
Into the flames we were born. Into the flames we will be. I don't know.
Exactly.
Yeah. I didn't know that was that. I mean, I saw it. I looked behind me and saw it.
No, that was all part of it. That was all part of it.
Yeah.
That's a cool thing,
they
too.
Were they were practicing the burn earlier, but they killed some birds.
They let us pick the colors to light up the steel stacks. We just had to send it to the Sands because they control the actual color. The casino does.
Wow. Is that part of Sands' balcony?
Well, sends it over to the Sands.
I'm not sure why that is because the Sands doesn't own any part of it.
Did you do any gambling the next day?
I did not do any gambling.
Good for you.
No,
Jeremy,
a couple of my friends who smoke a lot of weed, they didn't stay at any of the hotels that I asked them to stay at, and they went to the Sands because they could get bigger smoking rooms. But they walked in and they said it smelled so bad that like the whole time they were just like spraying other spray and like smoking weed to like get rid of the tobacco smell. And they were like,
seems like a losing proposition.
I was like, this is a terrible idea, guys. Just walk outside. Just go outside and go back to your room. How hard is that?
Yeah.
It's not that difficult. But
they ended up pitching tents in the
dab rigs are a thing. It's hard to do those things outside.
Yeah.
because you have to light them up with a creme brulee torch.
Right. It's kind of like it's
just too much effort. Like I like dabs sometimes.
I like creme brulee.
And I love creme brulee, but I don't like having
I like key lime pie, and I like
5 million pieces to put something together so I can get high.
It's like a Tetris.
Also, I wasn't smoking any weed until the after party of the wedding.
That was
the lady. The lady made a request that I would not be smoking weed.
She looked at you and she was like, "Your vows, you're so white knuckled."
I've never seen you like this.
No, truth be told, man, like I've never felt more calm in my life. I really it was like alive, calm. Like no, it was no big deal. Like I was jacked up a little bit while I was like writing them.
Oh, you took some NBD? That's cheating, dude.
No,
that's cheating. She just said don't be
CBD. CBD?
No, NBD is no big deal.
Oh, no big deal.
Yeah, it's like the newer distillate from weed. If you take out first you have to
first
take out the high.
Yeah.
Then you take
out the relaxation.
Yeah,
then
it's no big deal. Yeah, then it's no big deal.
NBD.
That's like it's because it's legal even in Pennsylvania.
You guys talking NBD?
Yeah.
What?
You can get a shot of it.
CBD is legal in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, but this is NBD. I brought it in from New York.
Is it legal everywhere?
In theory, yeah. They don't know what it is.
In theory.
Well, we've been talking about it. Here comes the cops. Jeez, that came cops at the same time.
Yeah.
But yes.
So after one of the incredible things that happened after the ceremony was this full band rig, which I knew you were playing music and I knew some of the things that were happening, but
some friends showed up.
Oh man, it was the sweetest thing. The first song was
it was cool to me. I thought it would be a really fun idea to do this right at the reception.
Yeah.
Like not like wait till later. I thought it was like a cool, like, let's do the cocktail hour and everybody have some drinks, eat some food. We come in, the bridal party, the groomsmen, everybody comes in, they do their dance, which all the wedding party came into Golden Girls, Thank You for Being a Friend, which is a beautiful entrance. Yeah. And then we came into the Lucille Ball theme song because that's Kate's jam.
And okay.
But yeah, once everyone was in, we threw a little rock show. So I'm going to tell you,
once the doors were locked.
Once nobody could leave, we said, everybody don't sit down, come up to the stage.
There's no cover.
It was like we did it at Steel Stacks and we've played in the room where we got married, the actual ceremony, but upstairs is the big room.
Oh, I thought you were going to say that where Jim's grandpa died.
The blast furnace.
No, where the pretzel bar is.
We played in the pretzel bar in the blast furnace room.
But it's a full-on functioning venue, so I was like, great, we can do that. And they had all the back line, and we didn't have to bring anything but our gear, like our guitars.
Yeah. I was I was wondering, like, I've never seen live music like that, especially I'm taking Jounce and, like, Rock Band, and, like, it was it was so freaking good.
Thanks. Yeah, so we decided to take the two bands that I play in, and actually, just to go back for a second, Mickey Glago, who's the main guy in Midnight Spaghetti, who I play with down south, did the music for the ceremony, classical guitar. He arranged God Only Knows. He arranged Your Song by Elton John.
Oh man, the God Only Knows arrangement was great.
And he arranged
because he dealt with it through some left turns from all of your young relatives.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and Cyndi Lauper's Time After Time. So he did a classical guitar rendition.
That's what you walked out to, right?
Time After Time. Yeah. And so he was there as well. So it was nice to just have that sort of community of all the bands that mean a lot to me and play music together. So it was the new Jounce lineup with Tim on drums and our old keyboard player Dan, which was pretty funny to think that he hasn't been in the band since 2005.
Right.
But it was just fun to get together and play with everyone. And the first song we did was the Archies' Sugar, and I convinced Kate to get up there and sing it with me. And for the 3 days leading up to the wedding, she kept wanting to rehearse it, and we'd sing it in the car together, and she was just very nervous about it because she doesn't do that. She doesn't do that.
Exactly.
This is a thing that
she makes smoothies.
And she writes books and she does, she does other...
I think she can conquer that.
Yeah, I feel like she could do it, but she had never done something like that up in person. And when you do that in front of your friends and family, it's so much more difficult as that being your first time than it is like doing it at
randos,
an open mic, or like you do it in a random city that maybe people will be at
a karaoke bar,
right. Yeah, anything like that. But I told her, you asked for a song, you asked for personal vows. All I'm asking is for you to sing the song with me.
Nice.
And so she did. I didn't think that would ever work. I didn't think.
Listen, if this doesn't happen, I am smoking weed all through the ceremony.
Look, if I don't get this, I am smoking weed right in front of your parents.
Yeah. Sugar was a hit. Kate was amazing.
Sugar was a hit. Yeah. She also wanted me to play My Girl, but the Otis Redding version, not the Temptations version, a much more like
that was your
stripped down, laid back version. Right. So we did those two songs.
What's weird is that Macaulay Culkin didn't die at the end of the song.
Wow. That's true.
Yeah. That's a showstopper because it made me think.
It's true.
Anna Klumsky also didn't come to the wedding. So
right, no, Anna Klumsky didn't come to the wedding. Yeah. And Kieran Culkin was at another wedding of one of our buddies who got married on the same day.
Steel Stacks?
Brett Tabasol. Remember him?
Get out of here.
Brett Tabasol got married on Cinco de Mayo, and Kieran was a groomsman.
Cool.
So it's just the parallels here are just
the magic.
It's incredible. But I digress. So I had played a song for Kate that I wrote.
Right.
And that was solo me.
What about with a little help from my friends?
Well,
we're getting there.
That's the big.
But we're not getting there yet.
Oh, right.
So we got a whole 2 other songs because I had to, while I was singing, we were changing out bands.
Yeah.
You know, because I've been playing music for a long time, and I play lots of shows where bands go in and out and they have to change and do set changes and everything. And
Makes
I got
sense
my
that
boys
this was
to
part
do
of
it.
your wedding.
Make it part of the wedding, but I'm efficient about it.
It's all your farm aid experience.
Me and Johnny Cougs. But yeah, then the Sweaters came up and we did a couple of songs that I wanted to sing for my wedding, which was the Pixies' La La Love You, which Mike came up and sang some backup vocals on as first base, second base, third base home run, which it came out very nice. And then
thank you.
We did a Reckless Eric song called Whole Wide World, which I really meant when I said that. Like, I heard that song when I was a teenager, and I was like, man, if I ever get married, man, like I'm gonna sing this song because it's like this is me, man. Right. I've searched the whole wide world, and like that was always in my brain. And so when it happened, I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna definitely do that, and made that happen. And probably a lot of people didn't know that song either, but I didn't give a shit.
Yeah,
and then we came up with every single person in the wedding party to sing with a little help from my friends, which was a surprise because Kate wanted me to do that song too. And I was like, you know what?
Let's just keep it slim.
I can't do all that. Like, that's so much. Like, that's a lot. Like, there's a back and forth. We're not rehearsing. Like, I think it's too much. And she asked about it a couple times and I just kept brushing her off. And I sent an email to everybody being like, I need some help with this because we should do it because it'll be really fun.
Right.
And again, no practicing, no nothing, just like a little bit of rehearsal, like in the while we were getting ready on Saturday. Right. But there was no like full band rehearsal. And my buddy Joe, who'd flown in from San Francisco, who just had a baby. I know he listens to the podcast.
Yeah, shout out to Joe.
Big ups to Big Daddy Joe Ciarallo and Meg and Emma.
Meg did all the work.
Exactly. Meg did all the work.
The carrying.
But Meg also said, he's your best friend. You better go to his wedding.
Nice.
And, within
timed out very
5 or 6 days after having a baby to be able to go across the country to spend a night with friends.
Cut the cord on Joe and he was able to fly.
It was really it was really special.
Absolutely.
And he got up there and played drums. And so then it was like the whole old school Jounce band plus Mickey playing guitar, Matt playing bass, and I was just frontmanning it because they asked me to frontman. I wouldn't have been able. It would have been really difficult for me to play bass.
When I was a kid and I first was drunk and heard "Have a Little Help" from my friends, I was like, "That's what I'm going to sing at my wedding."
Oh, why were you drinking and watching the Wonder Years?
Oh, exactly.
That's the problem. You were drinking at home.
But that was
Sunday
amazing.
Night.
That was like an amazing thing because she was totally caught by surprise and she saw all of her wedding party come up. Then she came up,
and I tried
then
to
we all just kept. There's some great pictures of you guys like holding each other. You're holding on to my wife. I hadn't even been married to her for 2 hours, and Mike's already holding on to her.
Brothers.
He's handsy.
We share everything.
I tried to skulk in the back, and Noosty was like, "Get up front, get up front."
I actually heard you. I heard him say that to you.
I was like, "Oh fuck, okay."
I stayed in the back and got some audio of Liam, Danny's nephew. Tried to get him to interact with the microphone, which worked finally at the end.
One of my favorite pictures is in there.
And then the picture taken though that I think he's going to reference is a picture of everyone on stage having
singing,
the time of their
everybody's
life,
mouths open, in the middle of saying "Friends," probably.
Yeah. And it must have caught me at some weird I just
a reverie. And
I'm in the background. It looks like I'm a ghost from 3 Men and a Baby in the window, just dead faced, having the time of my life.
Oh my god!
The complete opposite of that.
It's amazing. Yeah, that post will go. That picture should go up on the website.
That one was on page 6 probably or something like that, right?
Yeah, that was crazy that happened too.
Shout out to Lindsay.
Yeah, thank you, Lindsay, for telling everybody that I'm married.
A lot of shout outs.
It's a shout out episode.
Emma is the name of Joe and Mike's baby, so shout out to Emma.
Yes,
I said that
this world
already.
You did.
Oh, I didn't hear you say that. Okay.
I owe her a squish ball, not a squish ball. I have a kid toy for her.
Oh, good.
All right, I'll give you his address.
I have it.
I won't do it on the podcast.
I have it. You want to dox him? It's 1227 Schrader.
Oopsies.
All right, Jeremy, if this is for future reference, just go ahead and
bleep that out real quick.
Yeah, that was that was an incredible moment. I feel like in the whole wedding to set it up and be like, we're just this is going to be the funnest. Let's just have fun.
Let's just have a party. Let's have a party.
I couldn't
enjoy
believe
ourselves.
that Paul hired Fred Savage to come to the.
Who then declined, and then we're like, well, at least we have Michael C.
He was available at the time.
Number 2 is ready. Well, I don't know. Maybe you're number 1. I don't know.
It was great to see. It was great to see the Pete and Pete crew that came in.
Oh yeah,
that was a real
Mr.
nice
Hust?
thing. It was real. It really made me feel nice to know that they came across the country to hang out.
Yeah, and Mark Saul was there. Our buddy Mark. There was a lot of cross countryers, to be honest.
A lot. There were a lot of people that came from Los Angeles,
reps.
and that was really really nice and special.
Yeah.
I had a couple family members that couldn't come from the West Coast. So
Yeah.
Nice to see. I know who my family is. My real family.
He doesn't mean it at all.
Oh,
they don't listen.
I do mean it. They don't listen.
They don't listen to the podcast. We know who our real family is.
Yeah, and then it was
man.
a
party
big old.
time. It's what a better way to start instead of being like,
oh yeah,
okay, here's all the bridal party and the groomsmen. Your salad's ready. Sit down and start talking to people.
Right.
It just didn't feel like it. I think it kept the bar high.
Yeah.
You know,
I think it was smart to do it then.
And everyone was singing "Get By" with a little help from my friends, including everybody in the audience at the end. The whole fucking party was singing along. I feel like that's something. Yeah, that's almost like the equivalent of that is the.
Except me, I was stone faced.
The Irish, holding the tree in the bush and the needle of the button daddy. Oh, there's that's like a wedding. There's like a Irish wedding song that the whole.
Oh, okay.
That everybody sings along to. No. Okay.
I haven't been to an Irish wedding.
Well,
I've been to plenty of Italian weddings.
Irish wedding.
Yeah, I've been to plenty of Italian weddings. I guess I've been to an Irish wedding. I sure have.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if that happens everywhere, but I've seen that, and it's very fun. But there was the same feeling it gave me. It was like, oh yeah, let's keep it up. Let's keep it fresh. Let's keep people happy, and let's keep people,
moistened, lubricated with
open bar, dude.
Oh, I was gonna say mustard and beer cheese, but that's fine.
Oh yeah, I mean you can have all the mustard and the beer cheese that you want,
and that is part of the danger.
No danger, no danger. The only danger in getting married is the how it affects the wallet.
Oh yeah.
What are you talking about? You get to deduct more on your taxes now.
Do I?
Because you're a duo, yeah.
Yeah,
nice.
if you guys.
Now when I claim one, I mean it.
I don't think you're claiming.
If they get a look.
No, you can claim 0 or 1 on your taxes. Like
claim
one,
one.
one. Like
I usually claim 5.
You claim 5?
Yeah, I got voices in my head.
Yeah, the more you claim, the more taxes they take out.
IRS is here.
He just woke the dog up. couple of other things. The first lady speech. What I know, the best lady speech.
Mm-hmm.
The best
Very
lady
good.
speech.
Very good. And then Noosty.
Oh yeah, you can talk about this because I want.
Well,
I didn't know what.
Came out on fire, man.
Dude, I've never seen him like that.
We
He also listens.
It's because
to the
you
podcast.
hadn't
Big
smoked
up
weed all
Noosty.
day. That's why you.
It's because it's because I hadn't smoked weed all day. Everybody, the colors were much brighter. I was moving faster.
The food
tasted so good.
I was never so tight,
but I wasn't like super hungry. You know, like I didn't feel like I had the munchies
weird.
to eat.
I didn't go right to the pretzel bar.
I
when
didn't feel
stopped
this
by
gnawing hunger the whole time.
No, but I guess he had emailed or something, and we would just been brainstorming for a while to try to figure out what to do. There was other things to put up in the air.
What were other things? Let's talk about some other things.
Do you think we should? I don't. Some of the other things were.
What does it matter? You didn't do them, so it doesn't matter. It's over now.
One of them was instead of the smoothie thing, what we were going to do. As the best man, and then I would stand up and be like, whoa. Danny called me the best man about 2 months ago when we were having goals. I thought I was the best man.
Shit.
So that was the route. So that's sort of what the smoothie concept was in the beginning. Yeah. And then there was something else. I'm not sure I remember. That was the one that stuck. And then Smoothie Time came into the mix.
Smoothie Time USA.
And then we just sort of, it was like, it has to be that.
You have to make it smooth. They made a smoothie. They made Smoothie Time happen in front of 220 people at the wedding.
So Noosty set it up and said his speech, which was incredible, very funny, very heartfelt.
Did I ever talk about that story on this podcast about my dad getting caught? That whole thing.
What?
Yes.
He told. Did I say it?
The basement window?
Yeah.
Yes, I've heard that story.
All right. Yeah. That was. That I mean, I had forgotten about that for a while.
Story.
My dad on all fours in the basement crawl space window.
Leave a little something for me to imagine.
But yeah, so he had done his thing and it was incredible. And then towards the end, he was like, we can't celebrate this marriage properly without the one thing that ties them together, or something of that. And it was Smoothie Time. Who's ready? And so we had bought this smoothie portable USB rechargeable smoothie maker.
Yeah, which is now going to be in the band van forever.
Great. But you have to chop everything small. So anyway, the idea was that we'd have everybody in the party, give or take, have a bit about an ingredient and then a story that goes with that ingredient. So, and then Paul was going to come in at the end. It sort of got worked. It sort of got reworked.
Well, because I was actually being a nice guy, and I thought that Matt was like fumbling because he was like, "Oh, I'm going to make a smoothie," and he didn't really know how to do it, so he like pulled out some like random pieces of kale and stuffed it in there, and he's like, "Now what do I need?" And I was like, "Water, dude. You got to put water in it." I tried to give him water, and he's like, "Get that shit out of my face!"
Not your fucking way.
And then my dad jumped in, to which I looked behind me, and I was like, "What the fuck? Like, how is my dad involved in the best man speech right now? What the fuck?" And he comes out with he says that, this is a party, right?
You can't get any, party smoothie.
Yeah. So this is a party smoothie, right? You put some gin. Put gin in it.
A tumbler of gin.
Yeah.
And then at that point, I had a mini banana that I had gotten. So I said, I keep a banana by my heart and always or something. And so I went up and put that in the smoothie and it wouldn't open. So I had to pound it on the side of the table and stuff. And then, it just turned into a big smoothie love fest where people would come up and talk about you a little bit. And then
they started throwing things.
Yeah. But it became like, it was like, and now here's Jeremy with the weather. Thank you, Matt. Anyway, it was Joe's was like, Joe gave me baby food.
Yeah.
And put that in the smoothie. My sister brought up a baby bottle full of milk.
Coconut milk.
Right. But she said nut milk.
Yeah.
And my sister...
this has been discussed, by the way.
And Kate
before that, it was discussed of like, is she,
Are we going to say nut milk?
Well, and it's cocoa nut milk, so it's making it seem like it's semen for fertility.
The other thing was...
she said nut milk for fertility, and Kate goes... Is that your breast milk?
That was the thing,
because it was in a baby bottle, and my sister has a 6-month-old kid, and we all assume that it was breast milk. And my sister is not someone who goes silent ever. I don't think I've ever seen her that.
Not been known.
The minute Kate said breast milk, she turned beet red. She shut down, and she was just like, "Oh my God, no, it's not."
But it would be great if you were breastfeeding.
And she goes, "It's for fertility," and I was like, "I don't understand."
That we were worried about the breast milk, regular milk, so we were like, "You should say nut." So yeah, that somehow it all. But you know what? Those are the great things that those are happy accidents. It came out amazingly well.
It was brilliant. I was completely surprised, and like every time someone else spoke up, it was like the shtick went on for days.
Yeah, and
I thought we had good shtick with Brendan when I told his ring bearer.
Well, that's what we were working off of. Yeah.
You doing shtick? You doing shtick? Shtick at my wedding? You guys are doing shtick?
Yeah. But so the wrapped it up with Paul. Anyway, we wrapped it up, and then they actually had to drink the smoothie.
Well, he said we didn't have to do it, and we said "F you."
Even from over on Table Ocho, that looked like a nasty ass smoothie. But I knew
it was terrible.
I knew just the same that they were going to be good sports about it and actually drink it.
Yeah, and they're still here.
Yeah, come on, we're still here.
Still alive.
You're still here, still alive. There were so many people that you don't realize when you're in a wedding or it's your wedding that you don't see everybody. You just can't.
It's hard.
It's just very difficult. There's a lot of people and
So it's why I included vouchers for a free FaceTime.
That's why I gave them all a $5 Patreon subscription.
So they can watch the podcast.
They can watch this video of the podcast
recap.
and be like, "Hey, Aunt Carolyn, didn't see you, but I know that you were there."
And if you can still tackle, there's room for you on my team next
year. Seriously, I didn't see my aunt.
Yeah, but I know that she can tackle.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's the one.
It's a crazy busy, it's understandable.
That's the Notre Dame aunt.
Yeah. It's the Notre Dame aunt.
You got video of the whole music stuff?
I have video of everything. You know what? I'll give all the big ups to Keenan Thompson for telling me that when we were talking about when I first got engaged. He was like, "Get a videographer." He's like, "There might be expensive, but like you're going to want it. Like if you just get a photographer, like you'll get great photos, but like you're not going to get those memories." So he's like,
"Well, that
Christina and I watch that like once a year on our anniversary.
Oh, that's really
nice.
We
enjoy like." Seeing everything happen in video form.
They're gonna get married. Hold on, they're about to. They're going to do it. What? They're about to do it. They're saying I do.
I mean, it'll be something like that. I'll get a nice little like 10-minute trailer or something like that.
They'll cut together.
But because I get everything, I get all the. They don't necessarily give all the raw footage.
Oh yeah, who gets the music publishing rights for that?
Nobody. We're not pressing it.
But why wouldn't you?
Live from Bethlehem,
PA.
Bethlehem,
PA. Danny Tamborelli and Kate Detweiler's wedding. The Dettorellis.
Dettorellis?
I said Dettorellis.
I said 180 gram.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. We'll put them out in a 45 form. We could probably fit. You could probably fit all 5 of those songs on 2 sides.
The Ramones songs.
But and then the food came. Food was great. I got mashed potatoes. I love the fact, and I took a picture of it, that my little card that had my name said V for vegetarian dish, and it also said plus potatoes.
It wasn't for vegetarian.
No, it was just so funny that you put that in your request, and I was like, well, he's requesting it. And Kate was like, fuck him. He's the only one that's doing it. Yeah, it was just like he's the only one that requested this. Like, whatever. Like, if they get it, they get it. And I was like, no. He's a groomsman. He's in the wedding. He's getting those mashed potatoes, and I made sure it was on every single thing. So just remember that.
That's very nice of you.
I got you your garlic mashed potatoes, bro.
Very nice of you. Kate was right though. In the end, Kate was right.
It's funny because
about what?
That was
about
like that was like
if
one
he gets
thing.
Him, he gets them. That's what it should have been. Yeah.
But that was the one thing that we're like going over like table settings and where things are. And I was like, and just make sure that Jeremy gets his mashed potatoes.
Wait, what?
Sometimes I feel like you're marrying Jeremy.
Oh, she did make that comment.
I know.
She said I always felt a little bad when I first came in because she said she felt like she broke
up
Jeremy
you. Yeah.
And I said that's not true.
No,
I said, we still got together.
We're stronger than ever, Danny and I. Yeah, but oh man, I had such a fun time, and I remember
I had such a great time dancing.
Yeah, and I danced a little. I don't dance, but my girlfriend got me.
I danced my ass off.
You were definitely dancing your ass off. My friends Ron and Sarah were dancing with you. There's some great videos.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It was just super fun, and the best part about the whole wedding, really, other than getting married, was like having everyone together and just knowing that everyone was having a good time. Like the second to last song, they played Harvest Moon, and everybody like hugged up, and it was like 7th grade. Like it was just like there was so much love. There was so much love that we had a breakup the day after the wedding for people that went to the wedding and were like, you know what?
We're never going to compare.
I swear to God. I swear to God, and I felt really bad about it, but I was also like, well, good riddance. I guess it's not for you.
They could have broken up the night before, and then
those people
I was
are.
And they could.
I was single. Could have broken up at the wedding.
Well, is there what is your? I mean, that seems like a favorite moment, I guess. But
I mean, it was funny because Mike, the DJ, like he pulled me aside afterwards. He's like, I learned something tonight. I was like, what's that? And he's like,
you got to really be in love.
Wedding like that, you don't need to end with like the crazy dance stuff. He's like, Harvest Moon came on, and like it really like it was like
Xanax.
7th grade like dance, and everyone's just like hugged up and like making out and shit. Like it was pretty epic. I thought. Yeah, that's great. It's great. Yep. And I didn't want it to end. Vegan Treats gave us delicious cupcakes.
Oh yeah! Shout out to those cupcakes.
Vegan Treats.
A lot of shout outs.
Yeah, a lot of shout outs. It's fine. I will shout out the entire Lehigh Valley just for being the Lehigh Valley.
I'll shout out the Lehigh River for being mighty and flowing through.
And I'll shout out a guy named Lehigh. I like his name.
He's who I got the NBDs from. He got me some really good NBDs. And, it's where you feel really normal.
Well, and I really appreciate both of you being there and being a part of it.
We wouldn't.
That was probably the best, one of the best times I ever had at a wedding, if not the best.
Yeah, I think you and Brendan have set bars for weddings that are very hard to. They're going to be very hard to topple if I get married.
Well, we'll be waiting to help you.
If I get married,
we'll make it.
It's not for sure, but I'm thinking about it.
Love is in the air.
It's hard not to think about it when you're at a wedding and it's all going well and everybody's having fun. And
except if you're unhappy and then you break up the next day.
Couple. Everybody except that couple's who I mean. Yeah.
Yeah. About that.
Yeah. Oopsies.
You never got me a pretzel bar.
Oh man. That's the one thing that really that's the only regret I have for being at the wedding.
Yeah.
Is that I did not get to try those delicious pretzels and beer cheese. That like I'm tempted to next time I go to Steel Stacks call up and be like, hey, can you guys just make some of that beer cheese? I know you sell it.
Yeah.
You gotta sell that stuff.
Oh yeah, I think it was on the menu, definitely. Yeah. The puppy just woke up.
Oh, you hear puppies outside, don't you?
Well, Mike, give us your parting thoughts on Dan's wedding and how much you love him.
I'm saying it was great to be around all those people in love, and I didn't get to see how close the families were until that rehearsal dinner, and then the next night was just like way surpassed any expectations that I had.
Absolutely. Yeah. You mean after the rehearsal dinner night? Yes. Yeah,
it's because it's cool to know that your in-laws and your parents are close, because that's not always the thing. Suck. Yeah. You don't have issues like that. Yeah. And I think that's real. I mean, the first time my mom met Carol, they were like holding hands and like talking, like they're like kindred spirits, the two of them. So they like, like when my dad was sick, like they would talk, like Carol and my mom would talk for like hours. And like, that would like blow my mind to know that like they were like, chatting.
I messed up your card. I messed up your wedding card.
Oh, you did. I know.
What do you mean you did? I know.
Because you did
the remark scratch out.
You did a scratch out on the card.
I didn't do a scratch out.
I think you did.
No. That was a river. That was the.
That was the Delaware. No, I know.
That was the Delaware. That was the Delaware River.
The Delaware, right?
No, but I think I wrote journey twice in the last sentence, and I meant to end it with voyage.
Journey, voyage. Well, I can always bring it back.
That's what I'm saying. If you want to bring the card back, I messed up the last word. I had already used journey earlier in the sentence and used it again for.
At least you gave me a card. I didn't get anything from Jeremy.
Well, that is true, but we talked about it before the wedding.
I know.
We're gonna have a dinner,
and you're paying it off in dry handies.
Messing around.
Yeah. Yes.
Here's to you, Mr. Dederelli.
Yeah,
Congratulations, Mr. and Mrs.
For Danny Tamborelli.
Thank you, guys. Seltzer's up.
Big up for the all 4 proud parents who are really, really look to be happy and proud. And yeah.
It was very nice to meet Caitlin's parents. They are very solid people. Very solid, very loving and funny. And yeah, I can see. Yeah.
For the listener, Carol spoke a little bit at the ceremony, and she told the entire...
Who also killed it. Yeah,
she told the entire audience that she didn't think Kate would find the right guy. It had to be someone like Attila the Hun. And I had to raise my hand to be like, yeah, that's me. That's the kind of lady she is, that she'd speak about that at her own daughter's wedding in the ceremony.
All right, you two.
Wiseacre.
All right,
what a wiseacre.
Well, they're keep a lookout. We'll post some pictures, I'm sure, and
yeah, we'll definitely post some pictures.
We've already posted one or two.
You can find some stuff on Page 6 or at people.com because that happened. They talked to Morona. Morona is like, it was at Danny Tamborelli's wedding, had this, and this. Also, Michael Morona was there. He had this to say.
Scoop.
It was an exclusive, guys.
It was. I didn't speak to anybody else about it.
Yeah. Thank God I'm in Page 6 for something nice and not, being an idiot.
Right.
Yeah, you appreciate that.
Yeah, you could be an asshole.
Yeah.
Why don't you go get hit by a fucking car, asshole?
Oh man.
I don't remember.
That's
the umbrella guy.
That's the
yes.
It's the Fresh Kitchen.
Yeah.
Racist bigot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Piece of crap.
We went there.
Yeah. Glad we touched on that in your wedding episode.
Yeah, well, me too. Guess so, huh?
I guess we can cut all this out. Happy
guys, thank you for the well wishings on the wedding. And isn't it great to be a part of the Last Podcast Network?
It is
amazing.
If you want to call the Danny and Mike podcast and give us well wishes for Danny, teasing for Mike,
we have a phone number now that you can leave messages
or encouragement for Jeremy, like grow your balls. Tell that girl you love her.
That's not saying you grow your balls. No, we know your balls are grown.
That number is 518-635-7195. That's right, you can call. Leave a message for Danny Mike.
Why don't you do it again like they do in the real commercials? That's 518-635-7195. One more time, that's 518-635-7195. We appreciate you listening. But before we go, that number again, 518-635-7195. That's what they do. They send money now. Send money now.
Keep an eye on Patreon. We're at patreon.com/Danny and Mike with the N spelled out. Maybe that wedding music video will be up there too. You never know.
Yeah, we can
$5 bonus.
Look, $5 bonus. Yeah. $5 bonus gets you the full 5-minute version of With a Little Help from My Friends.
That's great. That's a great idea.
I can definitely put
that's an exclusive.
That is an exclusive that nobody gets.
Now I feel like I'm at a PBS during fundraising week.
Don't you want? Hey, look, for $120, you can get these 3 CDs for $15 on iTunes. But you're supporting something good, and that's important.
Tickets to Celtic Woman. You get the tote bag.
10% off
the tote bag.
I love those.
You get the VHS of Michael C. Morona playing the little kid in Fiddler on the Roof.
Il Bambino, the 3 Irish, the 3 Italian.
George C. Scott yelling at young Danny. All the hits.
All right, guys. So thank you so much for listening. Thank you for letting me talk about the weddings.
Congrats, bro.
Congrats, Dan. We love you.
Thank you guys for being there.
Kate, and I'm at Remy Balin. You can also find another podcast called Fresh Beef. Check that out. He is at Michael C. Morona.
I am.
And the married man over there is at D. Tamborelli on Twitter, and on Instagram it's Danny Tamborelli.
Don't be sliding into my DMs no more.
For legal reasons. Thank you so much for listening. Check everything out on the Last Podcast Network. We're so happy to be part of it. Bye. The Adventures of Danny and Mike stars Danny Tamborelli and Michael C. Morona. The show is produced by me, Jeremy Balin. This podcast is part of the Last Podcast Network, which can be found at lastpodcastnetwork.com. Make sure to check that out for a ton of great shows. For more information on the guys, visit our website at dannyandmike.com. Also, look us up on Twitter at Danny and Mike with the N spelled out, and on Facebook at facebook.com/The Adventures of Danny and Mike. Thanks for listening.